A game-high 23 points with 15 rebounds and 6 assists for Wemby in Milwaukee today. The Spurs defeating the Bucks for their 8th win in a row. Welcome on into the lounge at Stage 11. I'm Taylor Rooks with Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, and Udonis Haslem. Spurs with their 3rd win by more than 25 points, their 11th of the season. And I know that we weren't expecting this, but the Bucks are officially out of the playoffs.
Ousted. Yeah, I mean, it's a big hole in that lineup when Giannis goes out. I don't think they were an elite team, even with the great Giannis Antetokounmpo, but missing him for so many games this year, there's no chance. So, they get to decide what kind of drama they're going to have in the future. They're going to make a trade. Is he going to still be there? Is he going to sign the extension, as they've alluded to, potentially? And we'll see where their future is. But for me, I think it's time for them to both go in different directions and him to find a home he's excited about going forward and for them to recoup and to build a future.
Yeah, and I mean, just for the Spurs, you are right, of course, no Giannis in this game, but just a dominating performance. If you are San Antonio, this is the final stretch before we get to the playoffs. What are you taking from games like today?
Well, I think for me, this shows maturity. And when you look at a young team, this is an easy game to go in and kind of spar and feel like you can pull it out and get a win at the end. But they dominated from start to finish. They weren't playing against their opponent. They were playing against themselves. They were working their habits. They were doing all the things that you see veteran teams do. So regardless of who the opponent was, I think the San Antonio Spurs got better today. They took a step in the direction that they want to go in and be in their best version.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. Wire-to-wire win, business-like approach on the road against a team that's obviously not up to their par. So never really let down, held the Bucks, who obviously a very good shooting team, the 30% from 3, and then that's really what won them the game. So really business approach, really impressed by a young team that's playing.
Not always that easy.
No.
When you go into a game, you know you're going to win. Usually, like, the other team makes runs. They got to 15 maybe once or twice. That's not. I mean, that's a lot of maturity. It's not always that easy to stay with your process in those games.
And I think it helps having Wemby on defense, because sometimes I think you get in trouble trading baskets. They really never do. Their defense is so solid with Wemby all over the floor, elite shot blocking, and their guards obviously can press up. And so when your defense is always this solid, that puts you in position, even when you don't score the ball well, to always keep the lead and not, give up a 20-point lead like that. So they're always being able to, with their defense, maintain leads and then play at home.
Yeah, and it helps when they have such incredible talent surrounding Victor Wembanyama, which brings us to our best seat in the house, presented by Wayfair. We've got the one and only Dylan Harper joining us.
Hey, there he is, youngin'.
There he is.
Dylan, welcome on in. It feels like just yesterday I was chatting with you at Rutgers, then the drafts. Now you are a vital part of the Spurs, sitting 2nd in the Western Conference. How has this season so far measured up to what you envisioned for yourself as an NBA player?
I think that just being in this environment, this is kind of environment I want to be in, a winning environment. And I think the best thing about these group of guys is the chemistry. So, I mean, just to be in this environment with everyone, it's just a blessing, honestly.
Dylan, Steve Nash, I think if you were in another situation, you'd be potentially Rookie of the Year this season. When I came into the league, I played behind Jason Kidd and Kevin Johnson. I embraced that. I think it helped me. How have you approached this bench role? You're capable of much more. You're going to go on to bigger things, but in a winning environment, how have you approached your role?
I mean, just staying in the gym, stay working. I think coming into the league, first few months kind of felt weird to me being in a new role. But I think the guys did a great job of just bringing me in and just telling me, be aggressive and just play your role. Yo, Vic, you can come in here. Someone wants to say hi.
All right.
Someone wants to say MVP.
Wait. Dylan says MVP.
MVP.
The campaign continues.
Yes, sir, always.
Hey, Dylan, UD here, man. Congratulations on the good win.
Appreciate it.
As I've watched your game, obviously you've always been able to get downhill, score with either hand, get in the paint, make plays for others, but you've also, the last couple of weeks, this month, you've been shooting the ball extremely well, but I know you guys have made an emphasis on getting the ball in the paint, making sure you get good shots and shots on goal every time. Is that something that just, as the season went on, you just got more and more comfortable with everything? Because coming in early, I think a lot is coming at you fast. So as a rookie, you got to, manage a lot. So now you're shooting the ball. Was that just being comfortable?
Yeah, definitely. I think first few months, I think the court is a lot bigger than I expected it to be, and the three-point line's a lot farther. So, I mean, for me, just staying comfortable and staying in the gym, honestly, I think beginning of the year, the shooting it short, long, I didn't really know what to put on it, but now as we get deeper in the year, you got to make shots if you want to stay in the game.
Congrats, Dylan. This is Dirk. Keep it up.
Yes, sir.
We got to talk about Wemby. He's having an incredible year. What is it like every day to see him in practice, to see him in games, the stuff he does? We still get wowed almost every game. It's insane.
I get wowed every practice. I think for him, it's just the work he puts in just to his craft and his body. He's first one in the gym all the time. I mean, just the discipline he has every day is the best thing about him. And then he's the most humble guy in the gym. I mean, he's the most humble guy, whether that's on the court, off the court. You know, he going to greet everyone, make sure we all feel like one big family. So he's just doing a great job of being a leader, and he keeps buckling down on what he knows, and that's how to win.
One of the things we've discussed a lot here, and we saw it there with Wemby coming in, saying hi, smiles all around after this win, is you all have such great camaraderie. There's a real love and trust and appreciation for one another. How do those feelings and emotions actually bring you all to a different level, wanting to win these games for one another?
I mean, chemistry is the biggest thing in the team. For us, the vets from Fox, HB, Kelly, Luke, they all do a great job of just having that kind of spirit. And then Keldon is kind of the glue, and he kind of comes in every day and is just the most energetic guy on the roof. You know, in the locker room, we emphasize that, you know, we're going to play for each other, not for one. We're going to play for each other, not for ourselves. So, I mean, just having that kind of group bond is great.
How do you guys approach these last games now leading to the playoffs? Do you guys still chasing #1 seed? What are you guys looking for here going forward?
I mean, yeah, definitely still chasing it, but I think just stacking great days on great days, just like today. You know, if we can do this a couple more times, I think we'll have good momentum leading into the playoffs.
You know, I think there's an old adage that young teams need to get playoff scars and common experience, but I feel like you guys have put yourselves in a true contender position. What do you say to those people, and I've said it before, that say you need those experiences, those common experiences, and you guys are already on the cusp of trying to do this? What's your approach here in the playoffs?
I mean, I think, like you said, I mean, obviously we don't have a bunch of playoff experience because we're so young, but I think we're all relentless from 1 to 15. I think we're all relentless, and we're all willing to take the challenge on whatever it takes. And we all just want to take that leap of faith and kind of just play ball and just see what happens.
Hey, Dylan, I need you to help us to settle a debate here on set because none of us have a brother that's in the NBA. So this is a conversation. We're slightly divided on this. When you hit that game winner on your brother, the next time you guys played against each other, did you guys hang out and go to dinner the night before, or did you guys even speak to each other? Do you guys meet up and get together the night before games?
No. So the night before, we were on this podcast with Vince and T-Mac. And the whole podcast, him and my dad were talking about how he's going to score on me, how I'm not going to be able to score on him. It's going to be like the backyard. So, I mean, going into the game, obviously, I loved that I was a game winner, but the whole game I was trying to go at him. So, I mean, I was trying to go at him. I was trying to just prove my point that, you know, on set, what I was going to do, I made sure I did it.
Love that.
That's great.
Dylan, I have 2 things to say to you real quick before we go. Number 1, you should know that Steve Nash here,
Oh, get off.
one of your biggest fans.
Yes.
All Steve
You know what's crazy? That's crazy because me and Bill Duffy, we talk about him all the time. And I think that's just a testament to him and his game, and he was doing it for so long. And, you know, that's kind of the guy that I sit down, watch film with, talk to about, and just try to pick little things from his game.
Yes, no, Steve, an absolute legend. He feels the same way about you. Anytime he can chat Dylan Harper, trust me, he'll be chatting Dylan Harper.
Does.
But my last question for you is, Keldon Johnson told us that before the game today, he was going to be playing a little Call Me Maybe on the aux. Did he play that song? And also...
No.
And how did it go?
No,
Yeah,
he
how'd it
didn't.
go?
No, he didn't. He did not play. He did not play "Call Me Maybe." He plays this one song, and it's for our teammate Bismack Biyombo. He plays it every single day, but it definitely was not "Call Me Maybe."
What's the song?
might
You
have
don't know
Yeah,
the
what's the
name?
song?
Nah, I'm gonna get the name for y'all.
Okay.
But how do you rate,
I didn't listen to the
his
beat.
skills on the aux? Like, does he set the right vibe for the team? Do you want to take over?
I mean, you never know what you're gonna get. One day might be country, one day might be rap, one day might be R&B. It's all over the place, but that's what you love about him.
I love it. Well, hey, it's whatever it is, it's working. Vibes are high.
Yep, definitely working.
Yes, you have had a great season so far. Good luck down the stretch, and as always, thank you so much for joining us, Dylan. Great to see you.
Good luck, Dylan.
Thank you, guys. Likewise.
Thank you,
yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Steve, how you feeling? You got to talk to your guy.
Lucky guy made my day. You know what I mean? Just make a wish over here. So, came true.
No, he's great. And I loved everything he said about just like chemistry is the #1 thing for a team to have success, and it's working for them. All right, coming up next, we are going to catch up with Pacers point guard, two-time All-Star Tyrese Halliburton when NBA Nightcap continues right after this.
Cardigan game on fleek over there.
Absolutely.
NBA Nightcap is powered by Wayfair.
NBA Nightcap, we are thrilled to join in one of our teammates. Joining us, the one, the only Tyrese Halliburton. Welcome back.
What the hell is?
Hey, what the
What's
hell
up, team? What's up, team?
Yes, sir.
We're glad you're here. So much to discuss. Obviously, a little bit about you, but really want to pick your brain on a lot of different things happening around the NBA. But want to begin with some Tyrese. Back in February, you got diagnosed with the shingles. Rick Carlisle called it a unique case and unique situation, which it certainly is. I just want to know, what is it like to have the shingles?
Is it the shingles or is it shingles?
Is it shingles? Yeah.
I think it's just shingles.
Shingles.
I don't think it's shingles. I think it's shingles. It has been so awful. I was on vacation. Coach gave me a couple extra days because I didn't really get along summer, obviously, with the injury in the finals. So I get on vacation, and like day 2, I'm like, I have this crazy headache. And I'm like, what? I don't know what's going on. And so it just never went away. So I was supposed to meet the team in DC. I flew right to Indy because I was like, I got to go see a doctor. And we had all these appointments scheduled for CTs and thought I had these crazy migraines. And he looks at me for 5 minutes. He's like, oh my God, you have shingles. He's like, this is going to suck.
No.
So then I had a huge rash on my face for like 2-3 weeks. And then that went away. And now it's just been itching and stuff. And you can see I'm kind of missing like part of my eyebrow now. So it has been, it's been no fun.
That was a style choice.
Yeah.
The Nick Van Exel.
We're getting to the tail end though. So it's getting there.
Okay, good. Well, you seem like you're doing well, so I'm happy to hear that.
What do you, I want to ask you, obviously you're getting close to being able to hoop again. We got Jason Tatum returning. Like, what's it like to watch him play, knowing that you're like a few months behind him, so to speak? Like, what's that feeling like for you? What do you see when you see him play? Him trying to come into a team that's really found an identity, like all the combinations of variables that go along with a year out, or for him, 10 months out, and getting back to full steam.
Yeah, I've been so happy watching him play, him and DeJounte, since they've come back. A little jealous for sure, seeing those guys get back on the floor. But man, like, I don't even really pay attention to like their numbers or how well or if they're playing well or not. Just seeing them back on the floor is so cool. Seeing them kind of go through the ebbs and flows of successes and not having success. And, both of them have been really instrumental in me through my recovery. So seeing these guys back on the floor has been cool. And especially with Jason, I look forward to him in a full playoff race, getting a hoop. I'm looking forward to that.
And where are you at? Like, what are you doing on the court? How close do you feel to 5-on-5?
Yeah. So I was like, before All-Star, I started playing 4-on-4. And then after I got diagnosed with shingles, I've kind of had to I kind of have not really done a ton. Like I just started lifting maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. So I'll start in the next 2 weeks getting back. Probably as soon as the season ends, I'll be right back to playing 5-on-5 by the end of the season. So in the next couple of weeks. But then the summer is just really instrumental. Be playing a lot of 5-on-5, going to Butler, IU, or Purdue or something to play with those guys, just to have some shake dummies to prepare me for the year.
That's good to hear.
Hallie, man, I've been waiting on this. It's been a long time coming.
Oh, WrestleMania.
Oh, God. I've been waiting on this. It's been a long time coming. I know you're going to have opportunity to spend some time and go to see WrestleMania 42 is upon us.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Obafemi, Brock Lesnar.
I'll see you guys there.
I should have wore an Oba t-shirt.
Thank you. We go Obafemi. I let Brock Lesnar go a long time ago when he ended the streak of the Undertaker in WrestleMania 30. But WrestleMania 30. So who? In WrestleMania 30, Brock Lesnar ended the Undertaker streak of winning WrestleMania.
That's crazy.
So after that, I was no longer. After that, I was no longer a Brock Lesnar fan. Thank you very much. So you already answered the Obafemi question. CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Who we got?
Oh, that's such a tough question. I'm gonna go with CM Punk, man. I'm gonna go with
Roman
Punk.
Reigns, Holly?
That's my tribal chief. You know, I'm rocking with both of them, but I'm gonna go with Punk for this one.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree on that one, but I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man, because they treat me real bad over here. I'm like Rodney Dangerfield. I don't get no respect. When I start talking about wrestling, they
I
just
like
completely
wrestling.
cut me off.
I love that.
Don't worry, get my number, UD. We can text about it whenever you want, man. I'm
Got
always
you,
down to talk
got
to
you.
WWE.
Ali, who's your MVP this year? Walk us through it a little bit.
Yeah, I see there's been a lot of conversation about it. I
Yes.
think if I had a vote, it would for sure go to Shea for back-to-back. But I think what Wemby is doing in San Antonio is amazing. So I don't want to take away from that, but I would vote for Shea. But I see, the campaign that's going for him, and it's within well reasoned. But I would definitely vote for Shea.
You know, Tyrese, you are one of the players. You obviously have a great relationship with the media. You understand the mechanisms of the media. I would love your take on Wemby being on the podium, being asked about MVP, and giving us his reasons as to why he should win. How do you feel about players really advocating for themselves, but also the idea that a lot of the time it works?
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, honestly. I think if we don't fight for ourselves, who's going to do it, and I think he's proven, with the year he's had, that he's definitely MVP worthy, and he's a rightful candidate for that. So I'm not mad at him at all for that. I understand. I get how some people might have different opinions of it, whether that's positive or negative. But honestly, I'm not mad at it. And I think that's where our league is headed, where it's been headed for a long time. You see guys, this is how it usually works. When a guy goes before the season, he says, I want to beat all defense this year. Magically, he's just getting all defense votes. That's how our league has worked, I feel like, since I've came in the league. So I'm not surprised by it. And it's not anything crazy. And I do think it has opened people's eyes. I think people see that and they're like, oh, he might actually have a real argument. So I'm not mad at him for it. If I was in the same shoes, I'd probably do the same thing. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie.
I got two questions. Sorry to monopolize this, and they're different. First one, I want to know your take on 65 games rule, but I also really want to know if Coach Carlisle talks any trash about Dirk, has any great Dirk stories. Like, what's Coach talking when he
Let's
thinks
stick to
about
the
the big fella?
65 game rule.
Yeah. Well, to answer the second part of your question, I think a lot of our during the playoff run, you heard a lot of Dirk stories. You heard a lot of Mav stories, right? Because of the run they went on was very.
Yeah, but those are
we felt
good
like we were kinda
stories. We
similar.
want the bad stories.
Yeah. Well, I get them all. I get all the Dirk, J Kidd. I get all those stories all the time when he sits me down. So I'm very appreciative of those. But I think to answer your 65 game rule question, it's interesting. I have an interesting opinion on it because I was a part of the first year of the 65 game rule. I was the first year that it affected our contracts. And if you guys remember, I had a big hamstring injury that I came back early from, and I got hurt again. And then I kind of fought back. I ended up playing, I think, 67, 68 games. So I barely made it. Obviously got the Supermax that year. But I came out that year and I said, this rule is stupid. And I hated it. And I actually met with Commissioner Silver that year after that, or during that year when we were in New York, and the conversation revolved a lot around, this is something that's only going to affect so many people in a year financially from the Supermax and things like that. But I think that this is something that is going to change. I think that I thought this when Wemby got hurt early in the year. I thought if anybody could force the change, it would be him. And unfortunately, Cade is going through this right now. And Ant's been battling some injuries, some different guys who are very close when it comes to those numbers. But I think that, we'll adjust our league. We adjust as time goes on. They tried to make a change. And if you go look at when they first put the tweet out of, hey, they're changing the 65 game rule, I'm pretty sure majority of people were like, the NBA just made a great decision. And now they're taking that back. And I think that's part of it, though. Like, you got to try different things and see what sticks and what works. And unfortunately, I don't think it's worked. I think we need to change it. And if voters aren't smart enough to think like, hey, this guy is all NBA worthy and he hasn't played 65 games, then that's on them. We got to get better voters in there. But I think that it definitely needs to probably go away for good and let our voters be smart enough to make those decisions.
I got to say, I do agree with everything that you're saying, but much of this narrative has turned on, okay, the voters have to be smarter, which obviously they do. But this was more so instituted for anti-tanking.
Yes.
Like, this was about the decisions that front offices and leadership were making about these players to be in. So I think that the voters get a lot of heat about this but it's not
sure.
necessarily
And do you
why.
You got to vote? That's what I'm about to say.
Hey,
Of course you got to vote.
Let's just let the cat out the bag here. You have
I do have a vote, and I'm just saying.
Now we get down to the bottom of it.
We're getting some unfair stuff. This was something that was decided upon in the CBA. It should be changed. I agree with you.
But
it isn't all about.
Hallie, what would you do? Would you take it away? Would you go down to 62, 60? What would you do?
I just think if you go down to 62, 61, 60, there's always going to be a case.
Someone's going to have
We're
a
going
case.
to fight about it. So I think that you just have to get rid of it and allow the voters allow the voters to make those decisions and figure it out that way. Because no matter what we bring it down to, if we bring it to 60, there's going to be a star who plays 59 games and he's mad that he has to play 60. So I just don't think it necessarily needs to be a rule. And I think the big part is I feel like this rule was instituted for specific players that the league was mad at the time, or that certain guys. And I think that we've seen as time goes on, those guys, whoever those are, they weren't doing this for a reason of I don't want to be on the floor. They're taking care of themselves. And I feel like as those guys are getting older and a lot more younger guys in our league are taking those positions of being those all NBA guys and being those all-stars and taking those awards, we want to play. And that's something that we talked about all the time. The young guys and most of the guys in the NBA want to be on the floor. It's just, you can't always control it. So I think that you just have to get rid of a number and allow the voters to make those decisions.
Yeah. Sorry, last one for you. I said this to start the show, but I am the only person here who has a team still left in March Madness. Illinois is playing Iowa today, which I feel like that means you should be rooting for us, right?
I'm with you, Taylor. I'm with you all the way.
There we go.
Sure.
We need you on our side.
Yeah, we got smacked last night. It was bad. I never turned the game off early. It was 5-6 minutes. I went to bed so mad last night. It's very stressful here in March.
Listen, I had to watch my team press up too and give up a corner three.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, UD, what was that, UD? What was that?
Hallie, I'm still trying to figure it out. I lost sleep over that. I don't understand that.
In the possession before, they tried to ISO and they couldn't score. So why wouldn't you just be solid and make him do it again?
Exactly. We got to stop the possession before just being solid.
Do you guys ever watch college basketball and you're just angry?
Yes.
I watch college basketball and it's strong side help is there's no help principles. I feel like in college basketball, they just somebody's driving the paint. I have to run in there and help out my big, and then they just give up corner threes. It drives me insane.
I mean, I take a step further. I watch college basketball and I don't understand. And I'm the damn Albert Einstein of basketball. And I watch college basketball and I don't get what the hell is going on. I have no clue what they're doing.
Okay, Einstein.
Einstein, I
have no clue when I watch college basketball.
Hallie, always a pleasure. We could sit here, ask you all of these questions.